So I figured today might be the perfect day. You see I got a set of hoppers on. Forgive the noise, I'm up here at Rocky Mountain in Blackfoot, sitting next to a sulfuric acid tank. Hope it don't blow out. So I pointed out the notches on the fifth wheel with the Trinity the other day, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 notches showing. That's about what I need on a hopper. Then up here in the front, we got a scale we can load by, and that kind of gets us legal weight. See if I can do this without falling on my keister, because I tried to do that the other day. This was chock full of urea. I mean, it was hardly nothing for room. That's what that white stuff is, urea. It's just nitrogen. I got a pile back there in the back. I don't know how well you can see it. With the stretch, you got to be careful how we make the weight get up to the 118 mark. You got to be a little careful. That's urea falling out the bottom. You got to trickle it off up here because their leg, I'll show you here in a second. That deal here is the deal that's carrying the fertilizer clear down to the other end. That's the flow. So this set of trailers is a little different from what we normally pull to Vegas. The lead is a 38-foot lead. So this long bar here, it's called a tongue. This part, this A-frame piece here is 8 foot long. All together, when it's stretched out, I'm somewhere around 20 foot. And that's so that from the tip of the lead trailer to the tip of the pup, which is an 18-foot pup, I'm at 76 feet. To pull this set, instead of pushing it, but I'll show you here in a second, got to loosen this one, and this one. Spin them counterclockwise to loosen. After they're loose, you got to tighten this one down, and it pushes 2 plates open so that you can slide the tongue back in. On the Vegas trailers, this is a brake release, and then there's a release here, and then right here they're on the Vegas trailers, there's an air can sits underneath where the bolts are, and they pop, and you can stretch it out that way. And then the pup, this is the only one that's got it. Front scale, rear scale, turn it off, and that shows PSI on the front. I'm actually a little heavy on the back. Suspension deflate. You can set the red needle where you want it, but to get the weight we need in the pup, we don't. And Vegas trailers are a little taller than these, and of course these are only 18 footers, so there's about 2 foot short. The lead is a 38, it's 2 foot shorter, so that's why we have to have the extra 4 foot in the tongue here in the drawbar. Sherlock tarps, so you just roll them over and lock them in the cradle. I didn't think about it when I got up here, but just roll the tarp up against the lip, sits kind of like this, and then you just throw the bar in the cradle and it holds it, and that's pretty much it. But I figured I could take a minute and show you guys this. Vegas trailers also have this brake knob here that's for the brake release. You push it in and it'll release all the brakes on the back, and then the one on the dolly. Bars are underneath, and then back here somewhere by the mount here is a vibrator mount. On the Vegas trailers, they sit on the back side of the gate right up here on this framing, but we don't have that. These trailers are all air rides, so we can usually get the weights really close. But I haven't pulled this set before. I pulled a couple of the other sets, and they're only good for 112. With hoppers, it's a good idea, even if it's a slow unload, just to roll the rag off. On the inside of the tub, There's little vents that are about every other one of these ribs. Probably this one right up at the top underneath the lip on the inside, there's little vents every other rib, so you can have air vent, because there's nothing that comes up through the bottom. As you can see, I can stick my fingers in there. It's just a rib, single skin aluminum, so it just kind of makes it easier to vent when you roll the rag off, and then you can kind of keep it on your load. But for the Vegas trailers, you still have it at 9 notches. With these, I can run it at 9, where I don't have a vibrator. Good old trusty rubber mallet. I'll need that here in a minute, because front hole's about done. But even at 9 knots, you got to watch the gap between the mud flap hanger and the landing gear and the frames back in here, because you will hook up. With this set at 9 notches, it's not so bad. Some guys run them a little more stretched out. And this pigtail, I didn't have it out before, but this pigtail you plug in the nose of the high side of belt trailers, and you can run the electric tarp on them. So I got to run my airlines a little different. I got a little smaller loop here than I do with the belt trailers. And then to make the weight, I still got to put my drop axle down and blood meal dust out of the stuff I hauled yesterday for Cargill, and still get all my weight up front. Load these 31, 23, 26, or 15 and a half, 11 and a half, and 13 ton in the pups. So hopefully that helps. See you guys later.